Think about the value of honesty. What does honesty look like to you? We often think honesty is about being open, saying it as it is, sometimes even being a little blunt. And yes, if that's the relationship you have with people, then there is definitely always room for that. Sometimes we also look at the value of integrity, almost a moral honesty. Perhaps there's something that you need to say, but it's not right to say it just at that moment. It is important, of course, to deal with, but not everything has to be said all at once. A lot of the point of conversation and relating to others is about making sure whatever message you have to give is heard. And sometimes it's about being honest with yourself, perhaps, and thinking about whether this is the best time to have that message heard. But honesty also is something that I like to think of as being authentic. And sometimes, if I find myself unable to be authentic around people, whether it's because I am sparing their feelings, or whether it's because somehow I just don't want to get into it, I always find it important to be honest with myself. So there will be people or situations that I struggle with, but there will also be people and situations where I can be authentic. And those are the ones I spend the most time in, because those are the ones that energize me. So how might honesty help you through today? Something you can do is reflect on your day right now. When might you need the value of honesty? When might that serve you best? And even if you just cannot be honest at that moment with others and speak your truth, at least know that and speak it to yourself. How might honesty help you when you're stuck? Well, I find a lot of reflective journaling helps me. When I'm reflecting or struggling on an issue, I write it down and I ask myself, why did I react in that way? Why did I think that? I may not have the answers right now, but in writing it down, I know I can come back to that at any point. Getting to the root of issues helps me move forward, because it helps me understand the why. And if the why can help me change, should I wish to, then it moves me forward. But sometimes, when I'm also being honest with myself, understanding the why doesn't do much at all, except simply help me understand the why. So sometimes, when I'm working as a coach, I do say to clients, we will work to understand the root, but is that understanding going to help you move forward, or will it just give you an explanation? And that's just one example of being honest, asking the question. Finally, how can you create an opportunity to be honest? Well, one thing I like to do is I like to set out my aims, my goals. These might be long-term ones, short-term ones. It might be in the form of a vision board. But in being honest about what I want, and because this vision board is private, you don't need to tell other people if you're worried they're going to laugh at you. These goals are for you. They're not for others. And actually that's the same with my life, the way I see it. my goals are for me. I'm honest with them, but with that, I'm also honest about my capabilities in achieving them. I'm honest about where I have to learn more, improve, change, ask. And I'm honest with who I ask. Because sometimes, as lovely as friends and family are, they may not have the skills to really, truly support you. And never forget, they have their own lives, their own issues, their own things to do themselves. So let's set today's intention with an affirmation. Today, I choose to be honest. And that means honest with myself as well as with others. Today, if I find I cannot speak authentically or speak my truth, I will reflect on why and the situation, and I will be honest in how I will respond to that person or that situation in future. Today, I will recognize honesty and authenticity in others, and I will tell them if I have the opportunity to do so, because I know that recognizing values in others means those values feel validated and feel they ought to be repeated.